Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? Hey, we out here. This is LA the King versus Showydagreat Sports Pod episode 1. And it's your
Easy
boy
work, easy work.
Easy where it's your boy LA the King. I know a lot of y'all like, oh, this Big Lee. But when we talking sports, I got to go back to the roots. It's LA the King, because I'm the king of this. And I'm here with my partner, my boy, Showydagreat. Show, what's good?
What's going on? Y'all might recognize me from Showtime in Paris or Showy's Picks, my sports betting thing. But like Lee said, this personal. We've been arguing sports for a long time. So when we come on here, none of that matters. I got to get at them.
And like I said, we want everyone to tune in, give us like any topics. Let us know how much I'm killing them. Send your comments, your questions. I'm gonna try to put it in the description. If y'all want to come on, I'm gonna put it in the comments. Y'all want to come on and argue with us too, we're gonna allow that too. I'll pick them at random. If you don't, it's all good, because I know we're gonna be rocking out. So, but let's give a background first. Me and Show go way back, 20 years now. We entered college in together, so given 20 years, we entered college back in 01 at the Hudson Valley Community College. We went to JUCO together. And he out of East Orange, New Jersey. I'm out of Newburgh, New York. And to this day, he still feel away. I just posted, that back into the 2002 team when they gave me the most valuable player award.
Oh my gun.
The most valuable player award. You feel me? But so we played 2 years at Hudson Valley. Then he, from Hudson Valley, I went to Buffalo. I was a recruited walk-on at Division I Buffalo and earned a scholarship after my redshirt year. And Showy, he came up. I won't tell your story. I'll let you tell it. Once I got to college and basically started my 2 years that I played there. But Show, let them know, your background and this and that. And by the way, even though I played football, basketball is still my number one sport. I played that all the way in high school and played 1 year of high school football.
I don't think he should be telling y'all that, being as though how much better he is in football than basketball. He played basketball first, is what he means. Football was his number one sport. And I met Lee back in, was it 2001? I graduated high school 2001. Then I think we went straight, probably had a couple weeks off. We went straight to junior college, get that started. That's when I met him in 2001. He was a whole different kind of person then. He's about 6'7". How tall is you? 6'7", 6'8"?
6'5".
Yeah, Lee was about 6'5". He was skinny at the time. He was slim and trim. But he ended up putting on this. He wasn't big Lee yet. He was just tall Lee. But
I was back then 6'5", about 230, 240 at the max.
Yeah, he was
when I met you.
Slim and trim. But yeah, man, I met him, and we was on the same team, but we kind of bonded over arguing over sports. That's how, because we played two different positions, and you usually hang around the people that you meet, because everybody's new at that place. You don't really know anybody. He came in with a few people he already knew. I got there with a few people I already knew. And when you do that in college, you kind of hang around the position you play. So if you're a little guy, you usually hang with the little guys. You're a big guy, you hang with the big guys. And until somehow y'all cross paths. But we end up, we had a love for sports. We used to argue, debate college football, NFL, NBA, everything. So we kind of end up getting close that way. Mainly 99% of our friendship is arguing sports. Now I think about it, I ain't even sure I really like this dude. We've been arguing for 20 years. I don't know what kind of friend he really is. But we ended up going to college together. I went on the recruit visit with him to Buffalo. I remember, rest in peace to his pops. Him and his pops went to the recruit visit to Buffalo. And I had to stay another semester. I had all kinds of stuff going on. Y'all don't want to get into that. But I had to stay a whole another semester. Lee went in and warmed it up for me till I got there. So I got there. Then it's another long story. I went on to play 88 different colleges. So I was moving around and playing arena. But we stayed tight throughout the whole time, stayed in contact. So we go back quite a ways.
Yeah, and like I said, at least 90% of our conversation is, we talk on the phone, is talking sports. My wife be like, bro, like why you talking to this dude for too long? And I'm like, I mean, it's really about sports. There's so many different sports arguments and stuff. And like I said, this sports podcast is going to be a lot of different things involved. This is my passion. I'm pretty sure it's Show's passion too, like to everything sports, because we grew up since little kids. I've been playing little league, summer league basketball, winter league basketball, high school football, little league football, into college. I played professionally over in Europe. I played professionally in the arena. I had workouts in the NFL. So it's just what I do. And then basketball, I just got done playing basketball for 2 hours. So, like I said, we just want to give you a rundown of our relationship, our sports knowledge. This is our opinions. This is our, some of it will be facts when it comes from me. But like I said, this is LA the King versus Showy the Great Sports Pod, and like I said, we're gonna get into it. Like I said, we talk all sports, and we also talk gambling too. Like I said, we got Showy picks with Show. He's the sports gambling dude. I might even learn something with the sports gambling, because I'm gonna keep it. I don't even know about sports gambling. I'd be like, it'd be like plus 140. I'd be like, is they the underdog or are they favored? It'd be confusing but I think it goes like golf, right? When it's minus, it's better, right?
Yeah, minus. Anytime you see a minus, that just means that team is favorite to win. A plus is underdog. It's basically upside down.
Yeah, like golf, you need to be minus to have a better score. But we get in first. Let's get into we get into right to the NBA Finals. What you think so far is 2-2, Bucks versus Phoenix, and I had the Bucks in 6. I think it's going 7 now. Who do you got? Why? And like I said, in Bucks in 6 is my prediction.
Before you can even really pick somebody, you got to go to the origins. Both of them ain't supposed to be here. I'm still salty they knocked my man Kevin Durant out with all them injuries, but his feet too big. But outside of that, the Suns, it's hard to tell because they both took roads to the playoffs that was kind of abnormal. The Suns, they got through with they played with LeBron coming off the ankle, so we don't know what percent he really was. Anthony Davis was injured the whole time, threw their game off, so then they went. He left. Jamal Murray was missing. Then they went on to play. Who was after that? Who else they got? Who they played in the Western Finals?
The Clippers without Kawhi.
Oh, then they played the Clippers without Kawhi. So it's hard to really gauge it. In the same, not so much with the Bucks, but getting past the Nets was the big hurdle. And Sixers got upset. So it's like you don't really know who was more dominant. So it's it came into it as a 50-50 series. I believed more in the Bucks because they had Giannis. So I picked them to win 6 or 7, more 6 than 7. But like Lee said, now I think it's 7. But it comes down, I think, to Chris Paul will to win and how bad Giannis want to win. But we got a bigger argument to get into. We've been talking about his Booker's team. We've been arguing all year that it's Chris Paul's team, and now we're on TV. I want to get into it with you. I want to talk about it. Is it still Chris Paul's team or is it Booker's?
Why? Because Booker had Chris Paul was the MVP prior to last night.
Excuse me?
Was he not the Finals MVP prior to last night?
Nah, Giannis was. He had a back-to-back 40-point game.
They was up 2-1. If you ain't giving LeBron the MVP when they lost, but winning at that point, Chris Paul was. Remember the game 3, Booker went 3 for 13.
I'm not even going there at this final so far. We're gonna get into what he did last game. Before we get there, I'm just saying overall.
What it comes down to, right? To me, Booker is the younger and better player. You big on the whole they score more, but they needed Chris Paul because I hate to use that term. Oh, he the heart of the team or this and that, but he the one that was the floor general to set them up better. To get everyone else in place better. Booker and they need to stop with this Kobe comparison too with Booker. One, they overhype Booker.
That too as this conversation go on.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Booker is a good player. Let them be great. I hated when they did that to Donovan Mitchell, saying he was the best player in Utah Jazz, history. He's not better than Malone. He's not better than Stockton. He's still not better than Darren Williams yet. Know what I mean?
Yeah, he just passed Byron Russell.
Yeah, like let him go do his thing. But like they not legends yet. Like I don't even see the point. Like him and Booker gonna be legends, and they trying to make somebody Kobe. Like let Kobe rest in peace, man, and let him be Booker. Yeah, Kobe told him to be legendary, so he put the joint on his thing, and he always want to mention him, so he put it on his shoe. But see, if it's not for CP3, they not in this position. But and I know you could say the same thing for Booker, but that leadership helped put them over the top.
Yeah, you can say that. But I hate when people put all them emphasis on leadership and this, that, and heart of the team, which I know is important. But I also know you need the best player on the court. So it's like I think together they just hard to beat as they're a great backcourt together. Like he runs the show, and this dude's the killer. He go out, he gets the key buckets. And Chris Paul does too. Late in the fourth quarter, he gets the mismatches, and that's when he usually does his damage. But what I was saying was, if you had to pick one, like let's take the LA series. Chris Paul barely played. He had a shoulder injury. He was out. He probably averaged 9 points that series or something. If you go look it up off the top of my head, like he was out enough. I know he had a good game one and the final closeout game. But through the middle, he wasn't even really available. I know AD was out, but Booker was putting up 40s. Like, if you had to take one off the court, I think it's easier to replace him with Cameron Payne than it is to replace Booker with anybody. You can't get Chris Paul, to me, a little bit better. I don't want to disrespect him. But you remember when Jason Kidd came to the Mavericks that last year when they won the title? When they beat your boy LeBron, back when I was texting you like crazy when my man Dirk sent y'all home? But anyway, I still be looking at those old tweets of the memories from 2011 when they come up during finals time. But back to what I'm saying is they needed Kidd to run the team, but he wasn't actually the best player. He's just a guy who can organize it. When they start running away, he get them settled, get Dirk in the spot, hey, get to that elbow, get the ball. So I understand like the structure of the team goes through him, but I'm saying you could have grabbed another. It's like he like Rondo who could score a little bit right now. Like he's not a star player. You don't got him in the top 10 to 15 players in the league no more, do you?
Oh, Chris Paul?
Impact wise, he definitely is. But like if you just taking 10 to 15 players, I don't know if he's in the top 10 to 15 no more.
It's look, you got to think who was the MVP candidate?
That was a farce. That's what I'm telling you. Like number 3, so basically they had him at the top 3 player in the league. Where you have him? You have him anywhere near there? Did he play top 3?
No, he definitely not. He's not the same player, but he picks his spots. He cost them. He was probably cost them the game yesterday. That they should have won.
He gonna give him a pass. He old.
Yeah, he was like terrible. He had that crazy turnover. Like, bro, what are you doing? You got to relax. Top 15 players. Like, I might put them. Like, do you put them like behind the Tatums in them?
You know what? It's hard to rank him at this point because his impact on the team, like you said, where I do give him credit for, structure it and all that. Like, if you're trying to win, you rather have him with some good players than just the individual ability of like a Tatum or something like that. I think right now he can impact the game better from running the whole team than a lot of those young players. But if you were just picking solo players, I'm not taking him over Donovan Mitchell. I'm not taking him over Booker. I'm not taking him over.
We talking about, but that's where you get into talking about like, oh, on this hand we got individual, and that's what people, I think, when they were saying Donovan Mitchell the best player, they talking about individually. I think not over what they can do team wise. It can't be for team wise because Malone and them got to the finals.
That can't be individual wise because Malone got MVPs and other accolades. The second biggest scorer of all time. They're just talking stupid.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to they like it's one of those like, oh, they just like him like the way he plays. You know what I mean?
Flashy dude, he's scoring 40s.
He could shoot it, he could dribble it, he could create. You know, he could get to the basket. where that's where I think they're looking at it like, oh, Stockton is this white dude that he ain't got the movement that Mitchell got. Malone is just a big, but in reality, Malone, he's never going to be the Utah's leading scorer in the history of the Utah franchise. So,
no, I think he would have been better off saying he has potential to finish off as the top player in Utah history. And that's assuming he even stays there that long. Nobody even really stays with a team that long. So it's far-fetched.
But so when it comes down to like I said, the Tatums and they got the skill set right now that's better than Chris Paul. But like you said, I'd rather have Chris Paul. Chris Paul helped get OKC to the playoffs last year when they was trying to everybody thought they was gonna tank and be trashed. And then next thing you know, they like
a scorer and a good solid core that works hard. You'd rather have him. He can take them further.
Yeah, and a lot of these dudes are still unproven. So Tatum, he got to the conference finals twice now. So
actually, probably more than Chris Paul. Oh no, Chris Paul got there. He's on the Houston.
Yeah, and he's in the finals now. So, but so go to Chris Paul, and like I said, this is let me welcome everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in to our first episode, LA the King versus Showydagreat Sports Pod, episode 1. Big Rick, I see you out there. He said shots fired. That was Show earlier throwing shots. Everybody know I'm a LeBron fan. Been a LeBron fan.
I'm a Jordan guy too, so we're gonna get into that at some point. We gotta wait till everybody pick up and get on the show. I want y'all all in on the Jordan LeBron.
When we start to flow, like I said, right now we talking about the NBA Finals. That's what's going on. Current, it's a couple of different things we gonna touch on tonight with the NBA Finals, Team USA. What's the Sha'Carri Richardson? Even touch a little bit on that when we talk about the Olympics and stuff. Because, like I said, this is a sports podcast. This is LA the King versus Showydagreat Sports Pod, episode 1. We here to give y'all some of the best sports knowledge that you could get. Like I said, me, I'm always, and we gonna keep it 100 too. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. He a Jordan fan. I'm a LeBron fan. And we gonna go back and forth. We do it all the time. Oh yeah. Richard Sherman arrested today. He out here wilding. He talking about he was like
committing. Hell, he talking about. I don't even know where to begin on that. That was wild.
Yeah, it's like so he got domestic violence, and you also see Dwayne Haskins got his tooth knocked out by his wife.
Dwayne Haskins, his career knocked out. That's it for him.
And he was in Vegas too, bro, when he did it.
Oh, I was down there. I should have seen him. See what was going on. He must have had something going on to make his wife go up in him like that. I see how it can happen.
And we got Paris in here, one half of Showtime in Paris. Say, hey, y'all, I'm not a sports fan. Y'all are great, I guess.
First of all, Paris, if you're gonna come on, you need to be biased. You'd be like, man, they ain't even started yet. You just killing them.
Yeah, then we got Gendrell at PG. CP3 definitely a top 10 in the NBA. Sucks he can't stay healthy. And Big Rick says, yeah. But let's get back. So I want to get back to who you think, who is the finals winning the final more important for? Chris Paul or Greek? Because that's what it really comes down to. Because Chris Paul is 36, and it's like people have been waiting for him to win the title. Greek is still young, but he got the MVPs and it validates him. But who you think is it worth more?
You know what? I'm gonna go out my character. I'm gonna do like they do on TV to make a better argument. It's both. I think Chris Paul, he needs it. He needs it more because he don't have anything. Like as good a player as he is, he don't got no scoring titles. He don't got no MVPs. He don't got no finals MVPs. He never been to the finals, and he's viewed as a all-time great point guard, but he doesn't stack up to the credentials that everybody has. Like we go to the Currys or the Stocktons or Anybody who's in the Magic Johnsons, whatever, he doesn't have the accolades of all these people. So this is his last chance to basically solidify how great he was in the league. Because when years pass, I think he's going to slide down the ranks because he's here in front of your face. But 10 years from now, when you go back and you talk about Chris Paul, what are you going to say? Like, in history, you got to be known for something. Magic Johnson got 5 rings, triple doubles. Even Westbrook, he's going to be known as the guy who broke the triple double record. You got Steph Curry, who changed the game, 3-time champion, blah, blah, blah. Isaiah Thomas, he beat Michael Jordan. He beat Magic. He had the 2 championships. Without this title, Chris Paul just going to be known as another good guard as history goes on. I think he's going to fall by the wayside, and it'd be easy to throw people over him because you really don't have any one thing to say. Like, he was a great assist man, but he's not the greatest assist man of all time. Like, he was like, he'd just be stuck in the middle. So I think he needs this to validate so you can remember that he led this team, this team that missed the playoffs, that he was a big part of going from out of the playoffs to a title run. I think this is huge for him. But at the same time, I don't even think he can get up so high because it's kind of so late in his career. I think this would just stamp him that you can put him in the top 5 point guard all time argument if he wins this. Without this, I don't think you can put him in the top 5 point guard all the time.
And I seen lists that he's not in. The people don't have him as the top 5, or he might be 5. But because you got Magic, you got Isaiah, you got Curry. You got Stockton, you got Jason Kidd.
You can start using people like that, like Kidd. Like, what's really the difference between him and Kidd? He scored a little better, but Kidd led 2 teams to the finals. And he won one late in his career.
Yeah,
although not as important, but he got it.
So Big Rick agreed with you. He said Chris Paul, so he can let it go. But Dell said Greek, unfortunately, and Greek. I'm going with Greek. And I'm gonna give you my reasons for it, right? Why the finals is more important for Greek than it is Chris Paul, because Greek just signed his big extension, right? Before that, remember there was like, oh, is Greek gonna leave? And he said, nah, I'm gonna sign it. 2-time MVP, but guess what? If he win the finals, he ain't never got to leave Milwaukee. You ain't never gonna hear that. Oh, I don't know if Greek can win the championship in Milwaukee. He got it. It's done. They ain't got to be like, oh, he need to go to LA and link up with Anthony Davis, or he need to go to New York, or any of that stuff. All that stuff is gone because he got the title. Now, if he don't win it this year, guess what? KD and him is back healthy. KD, Harden, Curry back healthy. East just got harder. What moves the Sixers gonna make? Embiid got harder. So now if he lose this year and then he don't get back next year and the year after, whatever, now the thing like, oh, when is Greek gonna leave? Because he can't win a championship in Milwaukee. So I think that alone puts the more pressure on him to win it. Because of that, especially how the media get with these people, and they like, yo, these people, they can't win no championship. It's time for the league. They trying to get Dame out of there. Dame talking about, he's supposed to be the low dude, and they all like, oh, Dame's gonna request a trade because they hired Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, they forcing him out of there. He ain't said a damn thing. Yeah. They just make stuff up. They basically moving him.
So picture Greek lose, and then he lose next year. Don't even make it to the finals. They like, yo, can he win it with Chris Middleton as his number 2 and Drew Holiday?
I actually was getting there. That's why I said it was hard. So historically, I was saying that it'll help Chris Paul, and he's 36. He really need it because it's his last chance. But I do agree with you, because when you go to Giannis now, even now, the dude got 2 MVPs. He's in the finals. And I'd say until he scored those back-to-back 40s, there was still people saying he's not the number 1 on his team. Like, they said that man not the number 1. He got 2 MVPs. He's all NBA. He's Defensive Players of the Year, all kinds of stuff. He's in the finals, and they say he's not the number 1 player on his team. And the second guy, not even a top 20 player. So They're trying to say a top 20 player is better than him on his own team. So he kind of need this to get the critics off him. I think he needs this to get the critics off him so they'll stop saying he chokes in the playoffs. He got that stigma that he doesn't produce like he does in the playoffs. They focus on his shortcomings. He can't shoot free throws. So I do agree with you. He needs this MVP to validate and take the heat off him. But unfortunately, the way the media is set up, in about 2-3 years, if we lose again, they'll be saying, did he win that title because Durant and them got hurt? It was an asterisk, so he still need to get off. They trying to move Curry off the team. They saying it's time for Curry to move on and go play with LeBron. So if you start losing enough and you get great, they'll start talking about moving you anyway.
Hey, come on down, Curry. Come on down to LA.
He does that. I'm done with him.
Hey, Big Rick says that's a valid point, Lee. Dell CP had too many opportunities. Does Greek stock go down if he loses?
I don't think so. I think basically he's only 26. The fact that he got there, nobody had the Bucks going to the finals this year, if they keep it honest. So the fact that he got them there and you seen what he did, and now you go.
I told you about the Bucks was going to be better.
No. You know what? See, that's why I don't like you right now. When you said that because you was grasping straws trying to hate on the Nets all year.
Nah.
Wait. You was a Philadelphia 76er guy all season. I kept telling you, stop talking about them bums. I said, if anybody got a shot, which I didn't think anybody did, I said, it'll be the Bucks. And you kept saying, nah, you sleeping on Philly.
I did say that. But then, what I tell you? I said, versus Leah Hater, nah. But I told you, I said, Milwaukee, I like the way Milwaukee was playing, and I flipped off of Philly at the end, and I was like, yo, the Bucks, because it wasn't like they were out there trying to, I got to win 70 games. They just let it come, and they wasn't trying to I need to have the best record. They let Greek sit down some. Yes, the injuries pan out and help. It helped at Phoenix too. That's how they got there. That's part of the game. I could go back to 2015 when it helped the Warriors win their first title.
Get out of here. Anyway,
Kevin Love and Kyrie
would help the Cavs win their first title together when Draymond got suspended and Bogut back was hurt and all the injuries they had and Curry was limping around. I'm trying to slide that in.
But the Bucks, they started. They was playing better. I could say I like the way they was playing.
I'm tired of you acting like you ain't switched to the Bucks. Once you see how Greek was dominating DeAndre Jordan in those 2 back-to-back matchups, you was just like, I don't see how they gonna stop him. That's when you got confident in the Bucks when he was killing them those 2 back-to-back games.
Yeah, well, I told you DeAndre Jordan was washed. I told you that from the beginning, and it's like that's why I he was what he dropped. He averaged 40 on the Nets this year. Greek.
Something like that. Hey, look, he averaged 40 on everybody else. Turns out everybody's washed when they play against Greek.
He said, I didn't want to elaborate on the Cavs title. The Cavs won fair and square. Look, that's Draymond being Draymond, bro.
Bogut back injury, Curry limping around. Really, I think the Illuminati just gave Curry a call like they called LeBron back in that finals with against the Mavs. I think it was his time to be embarrassed or something.
Hey, after that, I had Draymond crying in the parking lot. The KD, we need you. We need you, bro. And he was like, all right, I can't win it, and I might as well go join this 73-9
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you too. Oh, yeah, so with Greek, before we get into that, with Greek, do you think – I think he's the clear best player in the series. How do you feel? You think he's the best player in the series, or is it CP3 or Devin Booker to you?
Bro, it's only one A plus player. It's only one A level player in this series, and that's Greek. And he an A plus player. The rest of them is A minus to B plus.
Yeah.
And then how, like I said, people they overhyping Booker because they're trying to make him Kobe. DeAndre Ayton is another person that get overhyped, which he just a new better version of Clint Capella.
I'm tired of you disrespecting him, but you're right.
It's true.
More reliable. Clint Capella, he's talented.
Bruh, they put up the stat. DeAndre Ayton had to go through AD. Who they played in round 2?
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic. And then maybe Greek in the. No, he not doing this. He getting these little dunks off of pick and rolls, and everybody focusing on the guy with the ball, and they just throwing it over, man. Heck nah, bro. Great. Yeah, he said Ayton is if Greg Oden had a career. If Greg Oden was healthy, bro, he way better than Ayton.
I know what you're saying, Lee, but in the role that Aiden has to play, if it wasn't CP3 there, I think they would go into him more. I think they guard oriented, so he just feeds off of them, so it make it look like he's just a role player. But he's a role player with star talent. Like when he does get the ball, he's efficient on his jump hook. He cuts to the basket good. He's an elite rebounder right now in these playoffs. So I think he's capable of being that guy. I think it's just not the philosophy. I don't think they throw it down to him like that. I think he's a star in his role, like you said. So they are overdoing it like he Embiid or Jokic or something because they're not playing through him. He's just finishing through the guard play. But I see what you're saying. But I think he has more potential than Capella. I think if he was on another team, he can get 18, 20, and 10 a game still.
Look, for the number one overall pick, that ain't like great.
Well, he ain't in the opportunity to prove he the number one overall pick though. Like it got cut short, so he got put in his role. They wouldn't be as good without him. I'll tell you that.
No, I think he's excellent for his role. I think it's great for what he do, but for like they talk about Bagley, which is understandable. Bagley,
bring your man up in here. Don't you bring your man up? You know?
No. Listen, Bagley deserves
another day. Lee big on Bagley.
Bagley deserves
ever. He said he was gonna be the best Duke player ever.
Hey, Bagley deserves all the criticism. He's always injured and he ain't been performing. But Ayton don't get. He was the number one overall pick, the same draft as Luka and Trey, and they don't like. He's nowhere near those two.
Oh hell no! Most people not.
But that's what I'm saying. He was the number one overall pick that year, and those two are easily better than him.
Those two are easily better than most people in every draft class that don't got LeBron, Jordan, Kobe.
I know, but they never bring it up. It's like, oh, like it's not like the Jordan draft when they drafted Hakeem. And like, well, you still should have drafted Jordan, but how can you be mad at getting 2 championships from a Hall of Famer?
That's what Ayton about to tell you. He done led his team to the finals before Luka and them. Well, you're trying to take away from the fact that man led his team to the final. He better in the playoffs than them two.
Hey, we got Tony Kelman saying the hey on Ayton and Booker. I wonder why. I know that's directed at me because he I'm surprised he ain't coming with the LeBron high yet.
Hey Kelman, are you trying to say that he holding the grudge because they knocked his man out the playoffs?
That's what we know he's talking about. And Bert said, "Showy speaking facts on Ayton." Lee Phoenix have a decent team, and it's also a big man in a guard league.
That's what I was saying. More so, he gets put into position to be a finisher and a role player. We don't know if they can play.
No, and like I said, listen, and this is why the Phoenix team is good too, because they let Devin Booker be Booker. He's the star. He's the star. He's the scorer.
Say that again. He's the what?
He's the star.
Yeah, the best player of the team.
He's the star. They let him be the star, and then CP3 is also the star, and he get to direct it. And nobody got the egos. Even though he the number one pick, he ain't like, yo, give me the damn ball. I'm the number one pick. I should get the ball. Hey, guess what? This is what the team needs. He go do it. He get the rebounds. He get these little putback dunks. Like you say, he had the little jump shot. In college, he shot the 3 more than he do in the NBA. And he could shoot it decently, like Curry or nothing, but he could hit a 3-point shot, And then you got Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder,
real solid role players. They switch today. They want to be productive, but they all can do it.
Yeah, everyone played a role well. Is why the Suns are doing good and why they are good, And I give them the credit because, like I said, but if he had that mindset of I'm the number one pick, I need the ball more, it would ruin what they got.
Let me ask this while I was on my head too, switching gears. No LeVar Ball, but let me ask you, but fucking Giannis, what position do you got him labeled as? Is he a 4 or a 5 or just how you view him?
A 4.
You view him as a 4. What you view AD as?
A 4.
Because I kind of got all of them lumped up. You got AD, you got Embiid, you got Jokic, Giannis. Out of those type people, the best bigs, period, the 4 and the 5s. Where do you got? Who you got? Where you got Giannis ranked at amongst them? Do you got him now? I know you always been an AD guy. Do you think Giannis is better than AD now, or how do you view that?
What I one Greek is a top 5 player. So, and we go through our rankings, but Greek is in the top 5. Once you get 2 MVPs back to back, you better than the guy that was barely making the playoffs. Even though AD is my man, $100,000. I got his jersey. That's my second favorite player. That's why it's so crazy. My top 2 favorite players in the NBA on the same team. So when
about this with this guy for a few years, and just probably 2 years back, I was telling him Greek better than AD. I can't believe he came around. He getting better.
I always tell you, I move people more easily than you.
It's one person. Don't you do this, because I got something that can last the less of this 25 minutes to get this whole thing fired up. You moving people around. LeBron is 36.
I'm 36.
We had a controversy. I'm 36. We had a controversial text thread where we was naming top 5 players, and LeBron's always in my top 5. But nowadays, this year, the way the league's going, everybody's exploding. You got the young upstarts scoring 30s, 40s a night. And I asked the question, truthfully, I was like, is LeBron really top 5 anymore, or is it like a lifetime achievement?
No, but your whole thing is, because you used to do this with Kobe too, bro. You wouldn't drop Kobe out of even the best player in the NBA for the longest, bro.
17.
Yeah, you see, look, that's what a lot of the stuff you do is based off of just off of scoring. Because
I hate when y'all do that.
No.
The league don't happen to be the best scorers. That's always
you do this. Nah, because
it's LeBron game, man. Y'all been talking about passing. Nobody cared about that since Magic Johnson.
Bro, last year when I was like, oh, LeBron, he should get the MVP, this and that, do, and you like, yo, he don't lead his team in this, and that. And then you're gonna tell me he don't lead his team in scoring. Then you're gonna tell me, nah, Harden the MVP early in the year when he was playing. Bro, he third on his team in scoring at that point.
They wasn't playing the other two. Kyrie was trying to get to know himself and his roots and his heritage, and KD was out, and they had a better record.
Yo, you trying to get? I'm like, bro, he third on his team in scoring though.
Well, my argument with LeBron right now as a top, I still know his impact. Like Chris Paul, I think he's going into that phase where, not disrespecting, I'm saying he on Chris Paul's level, but he's a better version of Chris Paul now, like where his presence and organizing the team is still important. He can still get you to the finals. But I'm talking about individually, he don't got that gear to put up 40s like how Greek doing. Like when you get to the playoffs right now, and like how Booker did, when they get tight, those dudes can score. Now he's more of an orchestrator. I think he got a cap. Like he can explode for 35. But he's not going to more 50-point games is coming. No more games.
He had a 47-point game this year. He followed 47, 40-something, 36. He had a stretch where he averaged over a 5-game span almost 40 a game.
Excuse me, brother. I just watched
earlier this year.
Playoffs average 23 points, maybe 22. Did he score 30 in this playoffs?
Look, and I believe before when we started this, and you were talking about what's the name? We don't know the percentage of his health.
That's why I said I'm gonna give it another year.
Come on, bro. You give it. It'd be like, because you be knowing. Boom. Hold on. Let's see. Like you said, Bron could score 27 and dominate the game just as much as a 40-point game from someone else.
See, here we go with that. Here we go with these narratives. His 27 is 40 points for somebody else.
No, but like you said, he dominates. He's controlling the game, controlling the pace. LeBron, like last year, he switched in and was like, yo, I'm gonna lead the league in assists. It ain't about like, oh, you got to think. He like, yo, the same way like people think he was probably like bullshitting when he was like, yo, I'm gonna give when I came to Cleveland, I wanted to give Kyrie the keys. So he's trying to show I'm trying to give AD the keys. Like you said, he's 36.
He's controlling everything. The the keys, if you was giving them the key, the offense will run through them. It's easy to give somebody the key when you still got the ball. That's like if we playing 2K and you create a player. You can let somebody else score more, but if you got the man who got the ball every play, you're gonna get a triple-double. You're gonna be 1 point less than him, and then you still gonna get the MVP. He's not slick. He ain't giving nobody the keys. He'll let them be the leading scorer, but they ain't got the keys to the team. It's Bron's team.
No, you give it up when you 36 and you like it could be the Chris Paul and Booker. AD problem this year. One, he kept getting hurt, but he averaged 22 a game, right? He went from 86% free throw shooter down to 72% free throw shooter, and that cost him about 4 to 5 points a game. You know.
I truly think he didn't come with the same hunger after that title. I think he kind of relaxed.
I think it came like, oh, we got I think they were sleepwalking, even though they had the second best record before he got hurt in the NBA. Before he got hurt, and that's when LeBron was actually up for the MVP, and the people thought he'll win the MVP.
Wait. There you go doing that slick stuff. Don't try to switch this up. That's a good argument you had. I'm asking you right now, at his tip top right now, 36. Do you think he can match the production levels?
Look, this is no.
I want the audience to chime in too.
This is what we get. Like I said, this is LA the King versus Showydagreat, and we always go back to the same. Or for some reason, he asked me about Greek being better than AD.
No, but then
it's got to LeBron.
You said you move people more than you move people. Hey, and I'm like, no, you don't move people. You got.
My boy Bert said Greek is better than AD. I give it up. Greek is better than AD. AD right now, he won the title. He's got to come back. He's got to show like, yo, I'm still that dude, and I'm about to show y'all because he can do everything Greek can do.
Oh, AD?
Yeah.
He can. He just don't have that factor. You know how you said LeBron controls the game? He don't have that factor where I feel like I ain't gonna say Bradley Beal because he got more impact than Bradley Beal in the game. He played defense. He do a lot. I don't feel like it's magnetic. Like he don't draw the doubles then kick out. I don't think you.
No, he can't
going straight to AD like you
he
are.
He could draw the double, but he's not good at kicking out of the double. And I see that a lot. And that's on hopefully LeBron working. He's not good at kicking out of the double team.
His team with them to the success like a Giannis does. Like if Giannis on your team, you're gonna play around them and you can get dragged far. I feel like it's a ceiling on how fast an AD led team can go without like a CP3 or without a LeBron figure on his team.
Yeah, I mean, it's people like that. Kyrie.
Yeah, like it's like a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, that's why. When he went to Boston, it didn't work. You don't got LeBron. You don't got a person that could lead. Like AD is AD is I'm trying to think. One, he a champ. Let's put respect on his name. He's still a champ out here. But
big part of it.
Yeah, I got him better than Embiid in them still.
I can see why you would do that, but Embiid he been underachieving in the playoffs too. This was the year. I think the way he dominated this year put him. I finally started giving him the respect he deserved. I knew he was one of the top talents in the league. I know he was that good, but I wouldn't place him nowhere near the top 5 argument. Now he's working his way to becoming in the top 5, top 6. Before I had him like outside the top 10. I had Jokic better than him coming into the season. Probably still do.
I still got Jokic.
Jokic did with MVP. He ain't do nothing to ruin that, so I can't really.
No. And LeBron averaged almost the same amount of points as Jokic this year, right?
Yeah. If you want to say, Jokic was better than him on the court, though. He averaged more assists than your boy too.
He was hurt.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get into that right now. We'll save that for a later topic because you get sensitive. But I don't know if your boy the top 5 no more. We're gonna get into that a little later. Matter of fact, we should get into that next episode. Is your boy still in the top
5? Next episode, we will get into it more. We'll get more into it and stuff. But first, next we want to shift gears because Team USA out here losing, bro. They said they lost 2 games in the last 30 years in exhibition play. And yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with the Olympics. I think they should still win the Olympics, but it ain't gonna be a cakewalk. I'm not surprised at
With
them
like
losing to
Garland on the
Australia.
team. Garland and who that other guy, Johnson? Who's out there? I'm watching the game. I said, excuse me?
Bruh, yeah. Keldon Johnson. I'm looking at the game like who the hell is number 40? I kept trying to wait for them to put the name on the back, like show the name on the back. Like I'm like, who the fuck is number 40, bro?
I'm thinking like how though and why? Like that some of these people get picked like that. The whole league turned it down.
Yeah, well, all the outside of because Harden was supposed to be on there, but he hurt. All the big time people ain't doing it. LeBron not doing it.
Where the hell? How did we go so far down Garland on the team? Like, did nobody hit?
Oh yeah,
Anthony Edwards, LaMelo. Like nobody talked to these people. Like, shoot, Hachimura. Somebody like how the hell Darius Garland get on the team?
Look, Hachimura from Japan.
I don't care. You got America this week. Somebody. I want a solid role player at least. Like, how the hell did some of these people get in?
Bruh, I told KD and Dame. So is having KD and Dame, I'm like, okay, they got two A to A plus players.
That makes it possible.
Yeah, the rest are B, C, D players, and then those other ones, I think some of them they filling in into Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Booker get there.
And they got no defenders really either. Yeah, it'll be a lot better with Booker, Middleton, and them there at least.
Yeah, but people was like, "Oh, the whole team not there yet." I'm like, so the cavalry is Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Booker. Like they
pieces around KD and Dame though. That makes all the difference.
They good pieces, but it ain't even the 2016 squad, bro.
Well, no, I mean the real squad. You're supposed to have LeBron there. You're supposed to have Harden. You're supposed to have Curry. There's so many more people that should be actually in the game.
And Don Nala, right? He goes, even with Garland is on the squad, you can't lose to these teams. The teams that they just lost to are full of Garland. It's an exhibition though, so it doesn't matter. They're just playing around that they lost to. And you see it, it's like, oh, these players got NBA teams and they've been playing for years. And looking at those other sports shows, they talk about some, Nigeria, there's like most of Nigeria people just born over here and they got the Nigerian roots, so they get to play. I seen Jaleel Okafor on the team. Like, dude's from Chicago, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like
but they do say that most of those teams play together and practice more, and they actually care more. Like we don't care about the Olympics.
But Nigeria don't do that. Like, it's no way they should have lost to Nigeria. Now Australia, they could say, yeah, they grew up, they played, but they got 7 new players on the Australia team. Ben Simmons didn't play. They might have Australia might have lost if Ben Simmons played. Aaron Baines got hurt the first 3 minutes. But when
you
they're like, oh, Nigeria got NBA players. Yeah, but they don't got KD, they don't got Dame, they don't got Bill, they don't got Tatum. Tatum went over 6 in that game.
So that was my point. I will say this. I know from experience, like going to the gym, I'm used to being a go-to man wherever team I'm on. Like if I'm playing, so even when I was in little league, high school, or in the gym, if I don't get the ball enough and I start feeling like a role player, like if you play with like some dudes already got their own squad. If you go to the gym, there's like 4 dudes that play ball together, me, you, and a couple other people, and then a new guy coming, he nice. We're not going to really go through him and treat him with the same. Maybe he don't know how to play as a role player. Like Tatum ain't been a role player, and God knows when. And now he's sitting in the corner and he's not getting the ball, and they going through these guys. Like it's harder to gel when y'all all got the mentality of a number one. Everybody can't be a 3, a 4.
But guess what?
Your psyche get messed up. You can't really you don't play as good.
But that's the issue. They had Kobe and them, LeBron, and Wade led the team in scoring. Barkley led the dream team in scoring. Jordan didn't lead it in scoring.
Well, yeah, and those people were so good though that they so good. It don't matter how long they played together.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like these people, yo, you got to come in and do your role. That's why they got Draymond Green on it. Even though I think Zion, how is Zion not on the team? Kevin Love is. I have no clue. That's just wild. Yeah, a person that
maybe it was a race thing. I think they needed to have some kind of white representation on the team.
Yeah, but that they had that big thing over Jalen Rose try to like say that too, and it's like they didn't want to send an all black team, but I guess in the last 3 Olympics, the team's been all black.
Yeah, well, that goes against it. I don't know what the hell Kevin. You really thought he was good for international play? He could hit the three.
He could hit the three and stuff, but he barely plays. He played like 3-4 minutes in these games. Like he ain't doing that. Like Zion could have been out there. He's gonna give you those young legs, energetic, jump over people. You can't say Kevin Love. He out there for defense, but Bradley Beal was out there, but he's no longer gonna be a part of it because I'm guessing he either got COVID or somebody got COVID in it, and he's got to get replaced now.
Yeah, I see that. But when they say they say he's not going to be in the Olympics in Tokyo, though, right? Like he disqualified from the whole Olympics.
Well, I think because they're gonna be leaving soon, and he might have to go into like quarantine or whatever.
Mm.
So I'm guessing once they leave, because what is it? Today is the 15th, and I think the opening ceremony is like the 26th or something like that. So if he's 14 days in quarantine, that time is up. But look, y'all still got too much talent. Like I said, I don't even know why Kevin Durant playing. I think Kevin Durant
comes down to it, they'll still win because Kevin Durant is not going to lose to these bums. He'll probably just treat them like the net squad and start jocking. I think he'll start taking all the big shots down the stretch. He ain't gonna want to. He know his name gonna be on it from you LeBron haters that want to see Kevin Durant lose anyway. They're like, see, you can't even lead the U.S. team to a gold medal, even though he already got some gold medals. You know how y'all like to do, my man.
Yeah, Sky, what's up, man? Sky Hunt, so my guy.
Hunt, number 3.
My boy Warrior, MJ the GOAT.
Preach, King.
Yeah, but but I don't. They should still win it because they got KD. They got the best talent. That's why it's like telling. Oh, these teams got they got Matthew Dellavedova on what's the name on
the Curry stuff.
Australia. Yeah, like they got Matthew Dellavedova. They got Patty Mills is the best player. Joe Ingles.
They know they roles though, and they play it. I don't know why the hell they lose.
Don Nalek said Love made the squad because no big wants to play. Love isn't good, but he at least pretend to play a frontline position. All the good bigs in the NBA are foreign players. By bigs, I mean power forward and centers, not height. It's not like Durant is playing the center position though he's 7 foot. Yeah, that's another. That is another thing. All the best bigs can't play for Team USA. You got Embiid.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton still in the finals. You got Aswell to throw him in because you be hating on him.
No, and DeAndre Ayton, Bahamas. He not US.
Damn.
Yeah,
no good US teams.
Yeah, Jokic, one of those European league team. Rudy Gobert is with France.
Anthony Davis injury prone.
And Anthony Davis is the only real big you could get, and he doing Space Jam premieres instead.
Shoot, I'd rather them bring Blake Griffin than Kevin Love.
Yeah, and then any other bigs out there? And then that's how I knew like the team. I told my peoples, I was like, yo, Team USA isn't gonna be that good because not that they not gonna win, but when you got Bam as your starting center, like
somebody hating on Bam. It should be good enough in the Olympics. Not really though, because they playing against teams with good centers from the NBA.
Yeah, like Bam is like they be trying to overhype him too, like making him like a star. Like a
better Draymond Green.
Yeah, like he should barely make the All-Star team. Like I don't even think he should be an All-Star player. When he get
depends on, in the East he could slide through, but not if he was in the West. Hell no.
My cousin said college basketball. We're gonna get on college basketball too.
Yeah, we can't wait, man. We got to get on fantasy. I know there's a lot of big fantasy football players in here. A lot of y'all in the league with us. That's why I want to discuss next week who the best fantasy football players by position.
You said something about fantasy?
Oh, get out of here! That lucky title, that BS title you got.
I was waiting for you to drop that. What'd that say?
Hey, I'm the all-time championship fantasy guy in this building right now.
Fantasy. Your name might be on here somewhere. It might be up here somewhere.
I was supposed to have been back to back. Look, the first pioneer back when the leather helmets, 2013, first guy to win it.
You know, no, this was back in 2010.
Watch your
It
mouth.
started, but I was waiting for my people. This you looking at the fantasy champ right here, bang, 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 and I
want y'all to know he won that last title with all backups. His whole starting unit was out. God was on his side.
High and tight. That's what we do. You know. By the way, I'm out here repping University at Buffalo, alum.
Shout out to the Bulls.
But yeah, no, we definitely gonna get into college basketball too. You know, I'm a Duke Blue Devil fan. Coach K last ride. You know, so we got to make it strong because we got to make up for last year. COVID, you know, killed us.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that roster killed y'all.
Hey, and then gambling. What sports bets that you got on the line, or that you could share? You know, something with the people. You know, going into I don't even, bro. This dude bets on badminton and stuff. I'd be like, bro, how you even know that?
Hey, around this time it get a little dry, so you gotta know more sports than just the usual ones.
Like this is and even though, like I said, we're gonna try to give you out this, you know, weekly and stuff, and give, especially during football season, it's definitely gonna be coming more. And I think football season gives you a easier time to let people know about like some of the bets for the weekend or something like that. We know we're gonna come up with a way to, you know, maybe show top 5 picks for the week and stuff, and just
I'll probably give y'all a lock for the day, a one free pick out there. You know, y'all could put some money on, get some money. I'll give y'all one thing that I think should certainly hit. I'm waiting on some parlays now, some 3:00 in the morning tennis games.
Yeah, but no, like, hey, he could help teach y'all, you know, how to gamble, how to do the sports betting. He has a company, showydagreat.com, where you could go on there, you could register, and you could get all the sports betting
info. If y'all want to know any details, just go on Facebook, inbox me. I'll holler at y'all. I'm always around my phone.
Yeah. So it's like I said, this felt good. This was episode 1. What you thought about it?
Oh, it was great, being as though it's nothing going on. Today's a dead day of sports. Wasn't nothing really important to cover. We still could have got to Shikari. We still could have, get our flow going. But you know, when you get into sports debates, it can go anyway. It's like a barbershop show. This is open-ended. We want y'all to get involved. If y'all want to come on and argue, we can get y'all the link. We're gonna put the link in the bottom. Y'all can come on and talk with us.
Yeah,
y'all too.
It don't matter who it is. We know Show always get into it with Don Knobloch.
Yeah, Don, come on up here so I can tell you about your stuff.
Yeah, next time and stuff. And but yeah, I thought it was dope. Like I said, it was the whole thing. It felt good. Like I said, to finally get this. We had this in the works for a while. We've been trying to do this, and we end up doing other stuff first. But I'm like, I got to get here because this is my bread and butter. This is what I know, you know. And my cousin Harold, I did see, you know, he throwing us some topics. Coach K retiring, Coach Roy Williams is out. What does that mean for the blue bloods of the sports? You know,
it's a coaching opening for Harold.
Yeah, I mean, you should be applying. That's what it means for me. You know, because I need some gear. And then, like I said, we're gonna try to get some guests on. You know, I got a few friends out there in the coaching level that coach in college, that coach in the pros, that coach in high school, players that played. You know, we're gonna try to have a few guests on, and you know, come share this platform with them. And like I said, it's the Don't Get Tricked Network. We got Showydagreat with us, and he's one half of Showtime in Paris, and I'm the one half of Don't Get Tricked podcast. But like I said, this is where we at. We're gonna be, like I said, bring it to you live, direct each week. Try to what's the name? You got any final words you want to say besides that you took an L today?
Anyway, I appreciate y'all joining in. I was traveling. I've been to Jersey, Miami, Vegas, then back here. We didn't plan this at all. He hit me up 2 days ago, was like, hey, my normal podcast is usually scheduled around this time. And he was like, hey, you want to try the sports podcast this week? So this was just off the top. We ain't even discussed. We ain't had no time to talk. So we'll get to sit around and come up with some topics and better incorporate. But I like how it just went just naturally today, just winging it. And with y'all supporting the audience made it go even better. So hopefully y'all come in next time and we'll really get into it. We're more organized and ready to go.
And that's the crazy stuff is that it's just like the phone conversation. Like I could talk to you on the phone and we just flow. And next thing you know, like, bro, we've been talking sports for 2.5 hours and bouncing from topic to topic. And that's how this was able to flow like that. And you know, I had to stop because if we got into the LeBron topic,
yeah, we've been on here for 4 hours. Then got with back 4 episodes of one.
Like I'm talking, we could just go on, you know, and like I said, next week we're gonna pick a date, and we're gonna come with a time, and we're gonna get it out to y'all. We want more engagements, more love, man, and we appreciate it. We definitely thank y'all. For myself, LA the King, Showydagreat. This is LA the King versus Showydagreat Sports Pod, episode 1, and we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we out. Peace.
Appreciate it.